Good evening, everyone. It's Waffles 2 again. Long time no see. I think we're going to play some more Kerbal Space Program tonight. Now, a lot of people, I'm sure both of you out there who watch me have noticed I haven't played KSP in a long time, or posted videos, and the reason is I haven't played it in a long time. Just been too busy. Work, this, that, and the other thing. Anyway, I thought we would go ahead and finally do that moonshot that we had prepped for the last time I played. I uncovered several anomalies on the surface of the moon, and I thought I picked one out to go and to go investigate. This one should be a lot of fun. New version, you may have noticed. We're up to 021 of Kerbal Space Program, and there have been a lot of changes to the game. Pretty much to the point I've abandoned everything else I had been doing and started completely over. Now this will be our chariot to the skies. On a fiery pillar shall we ride. Anyway, enough poetry. Let's go. And we have liftoff. And we'll explode. Dump those extra stages. Back up. There we go. And we can continue our turn. Actually, once you get it tipped over a little bit, all you have to do is disable the SAS. And, well, gravity literally takes over from there. This, oh yeah, they changed they altered the height mapping also. I'm not sure what to think of it, to be honest. I'm not sure I like it. It has made some very, very aggressive mountain regions, and as you will see shortly, it's going to make landing on the moon far more challenging than it once was. Honestly, I feel for the wrong reasons. The lunar surface is not that even. The real moon's surface is not that uneven, but when you see how aggressive the terrain is now, it's far, far over exaggerated, I think. And Kerbin's mountain ranges are very, very vertical and craggy. There's some real high peaks. But we'll take a look at those another day, I think. We get lined up for our orbit circularization, which should just about perfectly burn out our launch vehicle. There should not be any real quantity of fuel left on board after we're done. Yeah. The one of the probably gameplay-wise, one of the biggest changes they made is the control systems actually consume electrical power now. Whenever you're steering the vehicle, using the torque from the capsule, it will actually consume electrical charge. So the days of free maneuvering are long gone, and the days when we didn't need to worry about maintaining electrical power for our flight systems are adios. So you now have to budget your electrical energy, or have ways of replenishing it. A few solar panels stuck here and there seems to be sufficient. keep things flying right. All right, let's do it. Get this thing into orbit. Put ourselves in a parking orbit. Yeah, even without those 6 external boosters, we're still using fuel at about a half a ton a second. That mainsail engine is a thirsty, thirsty beast. Alright, and we are in orbit. Yep. Turn off the SAS. Turn it back on. And let's now we need to prep for departure from low Kerbal orbit to reach the moon. There's about a ton of fuel left on board the main stage. That's not even worth worrying about. So we'll go ahead and ditch that stage. There we go. Stabilize things a bit. It's a shame I couldn't put enough Separatrons on there to deorbit that thing. We're slowly accumulating a garbage belt up here. Now here's our lander behind our service capsule. We'll go ahead and detach it. Push ourselves away a little bit. Then we'll spin it around. Oh, almost forgot to open the shield on our docking port. Line things up. And go ahead and use the RCS system to reattach ourselves to the lander. Just like the Apollo mission. I haven't looked to see what mods are compatible with the new version yet. I haven't cared too much about it yet. Though I should look, because there's a bunch of mods that I do like to use. Kerbal Engineer is a big one, because it makes designing ships a lot easier since I don't have to manually calculate delta V's and whatnot. The Kethane mod would be nice, so I can resume or restart my dream of creating fueling stations throughout the Kerbal system and all that fun stuff. Oh, but that's for another day. Let's go ahead and ditch the fairing off our main engine there. And there we are. We are all set up and ready to go. Alright, that's good enough for a start. We're likely going to have to make some adjustments anyway. Whoops, forgot I had the RCS system turned on. Might as well save our monoprop. We'll need that for docking. There we are. I'm just hoping I've worked out one little bug with it that I haven't tested yet, so this could wind up being a nice embarrassing fail. I don't know why I don't. It seems like it always time compression seems to mess up the calculation for your actual engine power. Or maybe it was still assuming I had the mainsail on hand instead of the poodle. Either way, I wish they would have fixed that. Because when you stage out, prep a maneuver, and then you have to wait for a while, only to screw it up because it gave you the wrong burn time, is really, really frustrating. Anyway, this is actually going to consume probably 2/3 of the fuel on board the command module, putting us on this transfer orbit. But that's okay, because when it never takes that much fuel to get back to Kerbal, and we'll be a lot lighter because we won't be bringing the lander back with us. We'll go ahead and ditch that thing when we leave. There's space garbage out there. I wonder if there is a critical mass if it's possible to hit a critical mass in KSP where launching vehicles actually becomes too hazardous to contemplate. You know, if you can amass so much trash in orbit that not colliding with stuff becomes impossible. Let's see. I think I overburned. Yeah, I did. Kind of expected, but that's all right. I'm not gonna bother using the main engine to correct with. We'll go ahead and use the RCS system. I actually think I overbuilt the RCS units. I think I'm carrying way more fuel than I actually need, and we really don't need much delta V for correction here. There we are. So the RCS system works perfectly fine for that. We'll go ahead and put ourselves at about a 55 kilometer orbit around the moon, and I will, however, take a minute to move fuel out of the command unit into the lander, because the lander only has about half the tankage the command unit does, and I think, and the lander will be the one primarily. Whoops! Whoa! Stop! Wrong way. We want to refuel the lander. There we are. And the lander, I think, will be doing most of the docking maneuvering anyway. So we're all set up on our transfer orbit. All that's left to do now is, again, we've done this you've seen me do it at least a dozen times now. But now all we got to do is plan our capture burn. Actually put ourselves in orbit around the moon, and from there can start planning our landing site and our descent profile. Oopsies. Overdoing it. Alright, I'm being silly. It doesn't matter that much getting that perfect. Okay, I think we're all set, so let's just sit back, time lapse out, and I'll catch you when we're in orbit.